Hello and welcome to another ride with SG by Uncle. Hope you are having a good day. Let's talk about China bikes. Are you for China bikes? Would you ride a China bike? Would you ride a made in China motorcycle? So this is a situation actually I'm talking about in Singapore specifically, because this is where I am, SG by Uncle. China made motorcycles, yes, no? I think China made motorcycles are catching up with the rest of the world, because they have all the technology, the manufacturing processes. They're not starting from zero. They have collaborations, partnerships with the global brands already. The companies behind these Chinese motorcycles are huge companies, big companies. For example, CFMoto is backed by Geely. Geely is the owner of Volvo. So this is not some small, unknown little company fly by night giving you poor quality. They do have their own brand image and brand reputation that they would like to protect. And no business exists to make losses. So they exist to make money, make profit, and to do that they have to satisfy the customer. And how do you satisfy the customer? By giving him a product that works, a product that is reliable, a product that is capable, right? A product that delivers a promise. For sure, right now the Chinese bikes maybe lack a certain finesse, finish. But think of the Chinese bikes as how Japanese cars were in the 70s and the 80s, how Korean cars were in the 80s and the 90s. They had a huge curve they had to get over to compete on the global stage. That is what's happening with Chinese bikes now. But Chinese bikes, the curve is not as steep as how it was for the car makers, because as a piece of machinery, the motorcycle is not as complicated as a car in terms of the things that you need to innovate on. It's either a mechanical bike or an electric bike. And then of course you have the little small bits of innovations like gears and changes and belts and all, but the basic premise of a motorcycle doesn't really change. Yeah bro, just cut out, disrespect me. Chinese made motorcycles, they have less of a challenge as it was for the Japanese and Korean car makers in the early years. And because of the innovations, partnership, the collaborations that they have with the global brands for the, how to say, for the manufacturing rights in China, where foreign brands sometimes don't want to have that kind of exposure, naked exposure so to speak. So for Chinese partner, that allows them certain small exposure, allows them to understand how the market is before they decide to jump in, fully. So Chinese motorcycles are on a very fast track to become a global player in supplying the world with their products, with their brands, with their motorcycles. The question, I guess, is when do you get a motorcycle? When do you get a Chinese-made motorcycle? I guess if you look at motorcycles as collector pieces, then maybe not. But if you like for budget, for a time period of a certain kind of categories of bikes that you want, whether it's like a naked bike, a sports bike, a cruiser, right? You like want to have a bike for a couple of years before you change, and you know you want to have a variety, and you don't think that you want to spend huge amounts of money. You want to have the flexibility of change every couple of years, and yeah, Chinese bikes might be an option. And get this, Chinese motorcycles are coming packed to the brim with lots of heavy equipped with all the trimmings and technology stuff, because that's how the Korean cars are, right? For the price you pay, they throw in so many things into the motorcycle. In Singapore as well, the Chinese bikes should have some bit of traction, because there's a growing younger motorcycle riding population in Singapore, and also a large number of them are also females. I've noticed. No, it's not a gender thing that I'm trying to draw the line. And many in the riding population may not have the kind of loyalty that the older riders have. Like, so you know, understanding the brand values of like what is a BMW bike, or what is a Yamaha or Honda. Maybe the younger people have less appreciation of that versus the older riders. If the bike is cheap, it offers all the options and accessories for a very competitive price, the younger rider might look at it and say, hey, why not? Right? Now, Chinese bikes don't look like dog shit anyway. They look pretty well designed. Some of them even have like for example, CFMoto uses a European design house for their bike look, for how the bike looks. And something like CFMoto offers a range of motorcycles, from fun small little papio run-arounds to inline 4 sports bikes, naked bikes, cruisers, adventure bikes, tourers, you name it, they've got it. And CFMoto is like sponsoring a team in Moto2 and Moto3. They are keen to get whatever knowledge and innovation they can learn from participating in the MotoGP circuit to, I guess, transform them into a global brand with the know-how to create their own, eventually, super bikes. That's not a bad thing. Would I ride a China bike? I don't see why not. I just need to like test ride a couple of them before I definitively say yes or no. Okay. Before getting my bikes, I was seriously considering the CFMoto. Why I didn't get the CFMoto was I had some concerns as well. Yes, there are concerns. The infrastructure, in the sense of the ecosystem, the network of servicing workshops and support. But it is a matter of time. It is a matter of time when all this will be expanded. You get all the necessary support that you need, and then getting a Chinese-made bike is no longer a strange consideration. To be honest, any bike that you have, part of it is already made in China. Think about it. There are parts within your bike that has Chinese manufactured components. They are the largest OEM manufacturer in the world for multiple things. So why not motorcycles? Alright, that's my take on China bikes. What's your take? Let me know. Drop me a comment, and yeah, and I'll see you on the roads again soon. Meantime, stay safe. I'm going to grab some coffee.